Hey folks, Mr. MegaManFan, like, share, comment, subscribe. You know all the things to do. There is a brand new core for the Analog Pocket if you have the latest version of the firmware. And if you don't, it's real easy to do. Just download it, put it on your SD card, put it in your Analog Pocket, and wait. When you turn it on, you'll update to the latest version. But if you do, and OpenFPGA is enabled, there's a brand new core that I'm going to show you today. So, first things first, I'm going to pop micro SD card out of here so I can put it in my laptop. Then I will film some footage using screen capture of me putting the new core on the micro SD card, and then I'll show you it working on the Analog Pocket. So stay tuned for something really exciting and new that the Analog Pocket can now do.
Yo, this is MegaManFan, and you need to rock and or roll on over to Mr. MegaManFan's YouTube channel, because it's all that rush to make it happen. Peace!
So once you have your micro SD card loaded into the adapter of your choice, pop it into your laptop, Windows PC or Macintosh or Linux or anything. It really does not make a difference here. As long as you can read SD cards, you'll be fine. I'm using a MacBook in my case. And here's the folder of my micro SD card with all the cores that I already have loaded. And the next step is to get the new core added. Now, to me, the easiest way to find this is to go to RetroRGB's site. Bob already has an article up about this new core, so if the link changes at any point, I'm sure he will update the article. So I'm just going to link you to Bob's article in the description, but the GitHub page is also shown here in the video. You're going to open this page and go down to the section that says Releases, Initial Release. Click on that. Then you're going to download the zip file. You see it right here. And once you've got it on your desktop, you're going to unzip that file, and you're going to move the contents from the zip file into your micro SD card. It's a very simple drag and drop process, copy and paste, cut and copy, whatever you want to call it. Just have two folders open each one. You're going to open assets on the micro SD card, drag the folder named SNES and the assets of the zip file to your micro SD card. Now go into the cores folder. You're going to do the same thing here. Open the cores folder in the zip file, and once you do that, drag the contents of the cores over to the cores on your micro SD card. Easy peasy. Got just a couple more files that you're going to need. Go into the platforms. This is where the graphics are loaded for your core. So drag the SNES graphic, go into images, do the same thing there with the SNES bin, and you're going to be all set. That's everything you need to get the Super Nintendo core up and running. You don't have to reformat anything. You don't have to upload a new firmware version. Just keep in mind, whatever games you want, they're going to go into a folder named Common. You see that with GBA there? It's going to be the same thing with Super Nintendo. Load your backups of your games into the folder labeled Common before you put it back into the micro SD slot of your Analog Pocket. Once you've done all that, you're good to go. You can play the backups of your games on demand. Now, since I'm Mr. MegaManFan, you already know that I own every single Mega Man game, so I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop those, along with a special Mega Man 4 conversion to Super Nintendo that I previously featured on this channel. And I've also got the ROMs for some stuff that came with my Super Nintendo SD to SNES or FX Pack Pro, whatever you call it. It came with a set of ROMs that were licensed by Stone Age Gamer, so I dragged a couple of those files on here as well. And then I've got a full selection of things that I can play that are either licensed or that I own physically, and we can move on to the next step and show you what that actually looks like. And now that that's done, I've put the micro SD card back into the pocket. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on. And once we do, the SNES core should now be available under Open FPGA. And there it is. So we will go ahead and select it and run it. And the list of games that you imported should be right there. Select the game. It will load it in. And there you have it. You can now play Super Nintendo games right on your Analogue Pocket. If this thing wasn't already amazing before now, I think this might be the peak of making the Analogue Pocket cool AF. I can't think of anything more useful or versatile than having this little device run directly off a micro SD card. Game Gear, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Sega Game Gear, and Super Nintendo. And frankly, we're only just scratching the surface of what this thing can do. At this point, who knows what's possible? There's even a Neo Geo core, which for various reasons I haven't been able to get to work, but it's exciting to know that one's out there and more are being developed all the time. So who's to say what's next for the Analogue Pocket? As long as there are creative people making cores for this thing, I'd say the sky is the limit. I'm Mr. MegaManFan, and as always, thank you for watching.